In this video, we're going to talk about the LibTech Swiss knife, Freddie Kalbermotten's Pro model. It's kind of an amalgamation of a directional freestyle freeride board. And I'm going to tell you right now, this thing's fucking beefy. This was the beefiest board I picked up from LibTech that they sent to me. This is a board that's not for the faint of heart, and you have to understand that. If you've ever seen how Freddie Kalbermotten rides, then you know that this is a hard-charging, aggressive board. It's got a lot of unique tech to it, and it's not going to be a board for everyone, and it's definitely not really a quiver of one type of board except for a specific rider. So why don't we check out the rest of this review and break it down for you. This board features Mervin's C3 camber profile, which is their take on Camber 2.0. So there's an ever so slight mellow reverse camber into the camber zones underfoot, and then it goes down into flat. Basically, it's a flat camber that comes down into flat. You have to load it up. It's going to have a lot of pop. It's going to have a lot of response to it. You're going to feel like you're riding traditional camber with C3. This board comes in stiff. That's the only way to describe the Swiss knife. This board is super stiff. You got a slight directional flex to it, in my opinion. So you got a little bit of play in the tip, and then it just stiffens back up through the tail. And there is not a lot of torsional flex to it. This board is just stiff and aggressive. But it makes for a damp, stable ride. This is one of those boards you're not going to feel chatter. It's not going to get bucked around. What it is going to do when you get into uneven terrain that's really tight, like those close groupings of moguls or coming out of a tree run or something where there's wump bumps, this board's going to plane over the top. It's going to do that skipping effect. It's not going to bend and flex with them. This is a board for plowing through chunder, for hauling ass, going fast, pushing through anything in your way, and that's it. This board has a lot of pop to it, but it also has an aggressive flex and a camber dominant profile. So you're going to be loading this board up and snapping with it. If you're not, you're fucked. That's just it. So you want to just load it up aggressively and be hauling ass to pop. If you're going to hit jumps with it, skip the small and medium shit. Head right to the big line. That's where this board is going to excel. It's designed to pop off a lip and just shoot you farther than you think. This board has some serious snap to it, and due to the flex pattern on it, it really is at home on bigger jumps. But then again, this is Freddie K's board, and you look at how he rides. He's an assertive rider, and he's hitting big jumps in the backcountry. I don't know why I went jibbing with this board, and I don't know why you would even consider doing it, but I did it. Basically 50-50s. You just want to go as fast as possible, ollie on the rail, pop right off. You're not locking into presses. And if you get sideways, this board's going to teeter and totter. It doesn't lock in around the rail at all. So fuck jibbing with this thing. Just straight no. Just no. Don't do it. So you might think with the lack of torsional flex with this board that it's going to suck for carving. You're wrong. Just completely wrong. This board is aggressive on edge, and it plows through anything. It takes a lot of assertion to transition this board from toe to heel, but if you do it with power and finesse and load that camber profile up, you're going to be snapping in and out of turns. You're going to be railing hard carves. The magna traction holds. This is a board for going down a steep-ass pitch and laying wide open turns on it, just slashing them. This board can really carve, but it's very aggressive. You have to be assertive. You need to know how to drive this board aggressively. This board is for someone that's either really heavy or just really muscular. Someone that's going to be that hard-charging, free-ride-oriented person that might jaunt through the park. Someone that's just going to charge anything in front of them and pop really hard. I knew this board wasn't for me the second I got on it, and that's not to say it's not a bad board. It's not a great board by any means. It's for a certain type of rider, and I think by and large, most people, this is too much board for. But if you're one of those guys that's bitching that there's nothing that's camber and stiff and aggressive, then yeah, this is the fucking deck for you. But if you're one of those guys that's even remotely lazy with your riding, no, just this is not the deck for you. You'll probably get eaten alive and spit right back out. That's just how it is. Cold hard facts. You know what we're going to do, so let's compare some boards from other brands to the Swiss knife here. The GNU Mueller. Yeah, I know. Same parent company. Look at the specs. Just do it. The Jones Carbon Flagship. The Ride Timeless. The Rome Sawtooth. The Weston Big Chief. The Capita Warp Speed. Remember to comment, share, subscribe, and like this video. That way you can see all the relevant or irrelevant snowboarding content that we're putting out for you guys. So smash that bell down below, that way you're getting a notification, and I'll see you guys in another video. If you've been enjoying all these product reviews and you haven't been buying through our affiliate program, which is down there, why don't you check out our Patreon? This is a great way for you to get involved with us. There's some great rewards on there, and it helps fund us so we can do more product reviews for you guys that enjoy what we're doing.